Hello, Daryl. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Shanique. She sent your website over to me for analysis. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is you spent some money on your website. It is beautiful. And your website should be what this is, a tool of your company, and that tool should bring you money and customers. And I can tell you right now that your website, even though you spent a lot of money on it, is underperforming. And I'm going to tell you exactly why and how and show you the numbers. The first thing I'm going to say is that a beautiful website is great because once people get here, they will think, oh, well, this guy spent some money. I'm going to explore, right? But what is going to get people here is what I'm going to talk to you about next, because everything that you need to get somebody here is in your website. It might just need a little bit of tweaking. Now, the first thing I look at after I look at the site itself is this. This is a paid tool that I use. It shows me the metrics of your site and shows me how it's been performing. The next thing I look at is this, a Google search, a regular old Google search, San Jose, California roofer. And here, at the very top of a Google search, you can see there are paid listings. Those folks paid to be there, no shame in that, but a lot of people look at that and go, oh, why would you need to pay to be on the best list? Now, that's not the way it works because Google is not a list of the best by any stretch of the imagination. And I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Now, underneath the paid ones, you'll have what we call the map pack. Now, the map pack, of course, because they're attached to this lovely map, and these folks did something that the folks below did not do. They filled out a Google business profile. It's kind of like a reward, like Facebook has profiles, right? And you fill them out. Google rewards you for having a Google business profile, and it rewards you by putting you up here. Now, the Google business profile asks you like what year you opened your business. It asks you what your opening and closing hours are. There's some tick boxes that you can use. It asks you to prove that you own the website that you're on. Those sorts of things. And then you can get up here in the map pack. You want to be up here because being near the top of a Google search has a financial benefit. It absolutely does, as you probably know. Now, I'm going to show you what I was talking about before. Google wants you to have what they call a relevant search. If you're a search customer, they're going to say, "Oh, I'm going to, give you either results that are relevant or distance." Now you can get the person that's close to you or the one that's most relevant. Now, relevant to you and me is different than what it is for Google. For you and me, a relevant search would be somebody that has a good work ethic and good materials, and for them, it's somebody that has a good website. So now underneath the map pack, as I was describing before, is what we call the organic search results. These are the result of the Google algorithm. The Google algorithm is that thing I was telling you about that really wants them to have a good website. Now, it is looking for three certain things, more or less. One of them is to have a Google business profile. The second is to have good content. Now, I'm going to scroll down here. The first actual roofer I see underneath the Yelp and Better Business Bureau are these folks, Campbell Roofing. Now, I just found them moments ago while I did the search, and here is their website. They are number one, essentially, in the organic search results of Google. Again, the way the site looks is not as important to me as what's inside because you need to get somebody there before they can click. Here's what I'm going to do real fast. I'm going to show you something that has to do with this buzzword content. This is your website. You have 176 words on your website, on your home page. I'm going to do the same thing for them. Campbell, they have 443 words. Now, if you are an algorithm, which one of these numbers wins? It is a mathematical construct, after all. So yes, 443 beats 167. But to be honest, they do not have enough words that Google wants them to have either. Google wants you to have 1,500 words on your website in order for you to be considered worthy enough to actually take a hot spot. Now, it could be that all the people in your area don't have much more than 443. But I'm telling you, if you get it up to 1,500, which is not as difficult as you might think, you can zoom to the top of the results in a way that you wouldn't otherwise, because Google thinks that you need to have a site that informs, it search customers, it educates them. And that's why they call it relevant, because it will educate them. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. All words are not equal. Here's what we're going to look at next. You have 3 keywords in your website. Keywords are words that you would use that I don't use, like gutters or tile or soffit, some stuff like that. I don't use those words ever, and you use them probably very often, every day maybe. Those are the words that should be on your website. Google knows what those words are, and they expect them to be there because Google takes every single website that shows up as a result of this search, it strips all of the words out of all of these sites, and then it counts those words. And and the one that appears the most is the number 1 keyword, and second most, number 2, and so on. And then it puts them in little phrases that people use to Google things, and those become the keywords. Now, as I said, you have 3 keywords. You should have more than that. Campbell has 1,100. Again, this is a foot race that you want to win. You want to get more keywords than they do. And I'm going to show you what their keywords are. A bunch of them are just variations on a theme. Oh, there's TPO, for instance. San Jose roofer. Roofing, San Jose. See, roofer and roofing, different words. The algorithm doesn't know the difference between roofer and roofers, or roofing, or company and companies, or contractor or contractors. You know, so metal roofing installation near me. Here's something I want to find out. Do you have the phrase that you are the best roofer in San Jose on your website? No, there is no best on here. And you know what? If somebody types into their web search, I am looking for the best roofer in San Jose, guess who's not coming up? Because it's not on the website. It only looks for what is actually in your website. That's right. You're not going to come up. Not good. So I'm going to show you more. Here is what you have. You have the backlinks. This is the third thing that I was telling you about. First is the Google profile. Second, keywords. Third is the backlinks. You have 137. That's pretty good for backlinks. This is what Campbell has. 1,400. It's really good, actually, and it's right on target for what they have for the referring domains. This number should be about 2 to 3 times larger than this, and it is like 3 to 4 times larger. But here are their referring domains. That means that you are on a site that's of somebody else's site, and that site has a link back to you on it. For instance, Yellow Pages. For instance, Porch.com, Super Pages. A bunch of them here, like This Old House is probably here, Angie's List, those sorts of things. You want to get on those sites. Any site that is rated in the 70s or above. The 90s are best, of course. And these are the domain ratings. This is the strength of a domain's backlink profile, meaning that more people go to this site to find information out, or this site to find information out, or this site, because other people have referred to them. And it's sort of, Google thinks of it this way. The more sites that refer to you means the more important you are. It's sort of like, the more people that talk about you, the more famous you are. That's the way that Google thinks about it. Now, you can do all of these things for yourself, and this is what you really want. Last month, you had 24 clicks as the result of a Google search. And this company, because they're at the very top of the organic search results, had 1,300 clicks at a value of $7,300, more or less. They figure that the value of your 24 clicks was about $94, based upon a bunch of calculations that they do for your area. This is not the same around the country. This is actually specific to your area. So this is money you're leaving on the table by not being higher in the search results. And the way to get higher is by satisfying the Google algorithm. It's that simple. Now, you can go ahead and do all these things yourself. Those 3 things I talked to you about. I would not suggest it because Google really wants thorough. And I bet that you're probably much better at installing roofs than you are at digging around in the belly of your website. You are in Silicon Valley, so maybe I'm wrong. But if you would rather spend your time roofing than doing that sort of thing, then please give us a call, and we would be glad to guide you through the next steps. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.